If you crave dark romance where desire simmers through perfect synchronization, where every shared breath is a deliberate act of restraint, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Tonight's story begins on a forgotten city rooftop at 2 a.m., and with a vampire who shared my smoke and timed every single drag. The rooftop door groans against rusted hinges as I shoulder it open, the cold bite of January air slapping my face like a warning. This spot's my secret. Tucked above a nondescript warehouse district, accessible only by a fire escape that sways just enough to make your stomach lurch. Gravel crunches under my boots, scattered patio chairs tip like forgotten sentinels under frayed string lights that haven't glowed in years. The city stretches out below, a chaotic quilt of flickering neon, honking taxis, and the endless thrum of life that never quite sleeps. I lean against the chain link railing, the metal icy through my leather jacket. My fingers, numb from the wind, fumble for the cigarette pack in my pocket. The first one lights with a satisfying hiss, flame flaring brief and orange before the ember catches. Inhale deep. The burn in my lungs grounds me, smoke curling lazy from my nostrils as I exhale into the void. Stars peek through smog above, indifferent witnesses. That's when I feel it. No footsteps on gravel. No rustle of clothing. Just awareness. Heavy, deliberate, pinning me like a spotlight. I don't turn right away. Let the drag linger, smoke trailing upward. Then slow I pivot. He's there, 10 feet off, propped casual against the opposite railing. Tall over 6 feet. Lean frame cutting a sharp silhouette against the skyline. White shirt clings to broad shoulders, sleeves rolled to elbows despite the chill. Unbuttoned at the collar revealing pale skin that drinks the moonlight. Dark hair tousled perfect by the gusts that whip my own strands wild. But it's his eyes storm gray, unblinking, that hooked me. Fixed. Patient. You don't mind company, he says. Not a question. Voice low, resonant, carrying effortless over the wind. I take another drag, holding his gaze. Measure him. Roof's big enough for two. Yes. He straightens, closes the distance with steps too fluid, too silent. Gravel doesn't shift under him. Stops 3 feet away. Close enough for shared space, far for escape. But you picked the center. The best view. Pulse ticks up. I exhale toward the city, smoke dissolving into night. Stalker much. Observer. He nods at my cigarette. Ember pulsing like a heartbeat. Mind sharing the ritual? Surprise rythme. No one up here asks. They stumble in, smoke solo leave. I tap out another, offer it but first. His fingers, long, cool even at a distance, brush air near mine, taking it without contact. He holds it unlit. Eyes on my mouth as I inhale again. Exhale deliberate, plume drifting his way. Like this, I say, voice huskier than intended. He parts lips, draws in my smoke trail. Not breathing, savoring. Eyes hood slightly, approval flickering. Again. Command softens into invitation. He coils low despite cold. I comply, deeper drag, slower exhale. He mirrors with his own cigarette now, lifting it to lips. I flick my lighter. Flame dances between us. He inhales, no touch needed. Ember igniting crimson. Exhales, time flawless to mine, streams blending seamless. Quick study, I murmur. Attentive. Drag one. Mina se igrekniche se un konschos. What's your name? Elias. Repeats mine when I give it, tasting syllables like fine wine. Fits you. Wind howls sudden, tugging smoke sideways. I shiver, jacket insufficient. He shifts, not closer but angled, blocking gusts without crowding. Awareness sharpens. You're not cold, I state. No. Not shivering. No. Not human. A beat. Drag. Exhale unison. No. I wait. Smoke burns steady. Vampire. Yes. Calm as weather report. Fear. Absent. Replaced by thrill sharp as nicotine. Up here for blood? Could be. Eyes trace my exhale path. Linger on throat where pulse flutters visible. Not tonight. Why share smoke then? Drag to. Tastes of life. Pulse in vapor. Restraint in every pull. Chest tightens. His gaze doesn't waver, studies reactions, catalogs. You're counting. Yes. Drag 3 synced. Your drags. Your heart. Your breaths. Creepy. Intimate. Wind dies. Silence amplifies gravel sigh as I shift weight. He mirrors faint, feet reposition exact. How long you been this? Centuries. Exhale curls intimate between us. Long enough to perfect timing. I laugh low, smoke choked. Showy bastard. Disciplined one. Fingers white-knuckled on his cigarette. Control etched. Talk eases then. Rooftops as sanctuaries. Cities as veins. Why smoke solo, escape ritual rebellion? I've snapped necks mid-drag. He confesses quiet. Drag for. Messy. Impulsive. Regret. Learned. Exhale steady. Now? Choice over chaos. My filter nears end. His matches. Slow this one. We do. Inhale prolonged, hold shared gaze through it. Exhale is one, smoke haloing faces. Steps glow final. Crush under boots simultaneous. No more ritual. Just us. Proximity electric. You timed every drag, I breathe. Yes. Pulse roars. He hears lips curve faint, no fangs show. Leave. I test. Doors there. But. Dragless now. Your heart says stay. The admission hangs electric in the smoke-free air. His words lingering like the ghost of our shared exhales. My heart does say stay, traitorous steady thrum, he's no doubt counting every beat. The rooftop feels vast yet intimate now. Gravel expanse narrowing to the space between us. Wind whispering secrets through the chain link. I fish out fresh cigarettes, lighter trembling faint. Offer one. He takes it same careful way. No skin meat, just air humming tension. Flame flares, his ember catches precise. Drag one restarts ritual, breath sinking instant. You hear everything. I say, exhaling skyline ward. Yes. Matches plume perfect. Elevated. Curious. Aroused. He floods cheeks despite cold. Bold. Honest. Drag two. You offer truth. I return it. Fair. Brutal. Arousing. We pace slow perimeter, synced steps unspoken. Railings cold under palms, his don't linger. Talk deepens. His centuries. Cobblestone alleys, gas lamp flickers, wars blurring to dust. Modern nights hunting rhythm over blood. Discipline's curse, he murmurs. Drag three, wind scattering smoke. Feel everything. Take nothing. Lonely. Selective. Eyes lock mid-exhale. Until now. Pulse stutters. He notes doesn't pounce. Restraint visible, fists clench loose on cigarette. Posture rigid yet yielding. I stop at old patio table. Scarred with protesting weight. Lean hip against it. He mirrors opposite side. Knees inches shy under surface, heatless proximity tease. Smoke burns halfway. Why rooftop? Alleys easier prey. Prey flees alleys. Drag force slow. Here? Chosen. Smoke signals solitude, or invitation. My drag falters slight. Recover. Invitation. To observe. Exhale brushes my cheek ghost-like. Not consume. Fingers itch, touch his hand? No. Mirror instead. Set cigarette deliberate, watch ember pulse. He does same. Hands hover table center. Inches apart. Air thickens. You're testing, he says soft. Am I? Yes. Drag resumes. Waiting if I bridge. Will you? No jaw ticks. Choice yours. Devastating. Drag five, deeper defiant. He matches flawless. Eyes darkening stormier. Night deepens. Distant sirens wail. Up here cocooned. String lights sway faint. Casting shadows dancing over his features. High cheekbones, full lips parted mid-drag. Throat corded subtle. Tell me something human, I ask. He pauses, inhales thoughtful. Mist warmth first decades. Skin against skin. Pulse under lips. Drag six. Now. Watch it. Gaze drops, throat ward brief lifts. Yours calls. Shiver unrelated cold. Jacket slips shoulder, don't fix. He notes, shifts blocking wind again. Protector without possession. Cigarettes dwindle. Talk turns me. Dead-end job, city grind, rooftops is therapy. He listens active, head tilt, drags time to nods, exhales punctuating. You breathe heavy on boss, he observes. Drag 7. Hate him. Hate quickens pulse. Matches. Desire slows. Proof. Heart evens under gaze. Filter nears. Last ones. Synced final drags, prolonged eyes never breaking. Hold smoke. Hold moment. Exhale unison, plumes merging halo. Stubs crushed. Silence descends heavier. Smoke scent clinging clothes skin. Noritrit. Lean closer over table, elbows brush air. He reciprocates, mirror faces nearer. Breaths align, sand cigarettes, mine real, his phantom perfect. Elias. Yes. Voice gravel now. Why me? Dragless rhythm persists. Your drags. Defiant. Rhythmic. Alive. Fingers extend, hover his. He matches, tips inches. No contact. Torture exquisite. Touch. I whisper. Ask. Do you want? Yes. Ra. Want you since door creak. But hands still. Restraint iron. Wind gusts fierce, I gasp. He surges instinct. Arms cage, table edges, body shield without enclose. Close now, chest to chest, air only, eyes inches. Safe, he breathes, mimic. Heart thunders. His eyes blacken near. Prove, I challenge. Lips part, fangs glint, first show. Ahutakt. Not yet. Discipline cracks audible. Pull back, mutual space reclaiming. Door bangs distant, maintenance. Footsteps ladder clang. Company, he warns soft. Pulse spikes fear-laced. He steps between me and sound, guardian shadow. Steps fade. False alarm. Turn back. Tension ratcheted. You protected. Instinct. Dragless inhale my scent. Controlled. Fresh pack tempts. Light to offer. Ritual reboots, grounding. Pace resumes. Shoulder sobrasciaccidenta. No, taimed. Talk circles desire. What breaks restraint, what builds? Blood sings, he admits. Drag 9. But yours harmonizes. Blush burns. Flirt. Truth. Cigarettes 2 gone. Night zeniths 3 a.m. City quiets below, our world contracts. Stop railing again. Lean beside, hips near, heatless radiate. Stai till dawn. Dawn burns. Matches posture. But till you descend. Comfortable ache builds, unslaked chosen. What next, smoke? I ask. Whatever you offer. Ice promise. Timed perfect. Heart knows. Invitation accepted. The night shifts around that unspoken answer. Like the city itself heard it and decided to hush. The wind eases, traffic noise drops to a distant thrum. And suddenly it feels like it's just the two of us suspended above the streets. Held up by smoke and timing. We stand at the railing, shoulders almost aligned. Sharing a silence that feels less like absence and more like a held breath. My chest is tight, but not from the nicotine. So, I say, watching a pair of headlights thread the avenue below. If I come back up here, you'll be here too? Elias doesn't look away from the skyline. If you come back up here wanting me here, he says, I will be. That's not an answer. It's the only one that keeps this yours, he replies. I turn, leaning my back against the railing so I can face him. He stays as he is, hands resting lightly on the metal. Eyes on the horizon like he's listening to something beyond it. You keep saying that, I murmur. That this is mine. It is. His gaze flicks to me, steady and dark. I could have come to you anywhere in this city. I waited until you came somewhere alone by choice, for yourself. That's creepy, I say, and then softer. And weirdly considerate. The corner of his mouth curves. I am capable of both. We don't light another cigarette. It feels like crossing some invisible line, like we've wrung everything out of that ritual tonight and anything more would be stalling. Instead, I listen to the wind, to the hum of the city, to the way my heartbeat has settled into something slow and even. You've been pacing me this whole time, I say. Breath, pulse, steps. Yes. And now I'm letting you set the tempo. I swallow. Feels like you already are. That's because, he says quietly, the tempo is yours. I'm just disciplined enough not to rush you through it. The admission lights something hot and fragile in my chest. I look down at my hands braced on the railing, at the faint tremor that's more intensity than fear. If I asked you to touch me, I say, right now would you? He doesn't move, not even a fraction. I would ask why, he says. That's cheating. That's consent, he corrects. Knowing whether you want contact or just relief. The honesty knocks some of the air out of me. You really are infuriating. Frequently, he agrees. But you're still here.